All that there was some molasses after the war had already ended.
Dude, Slap, I have some stuff to add to this.
Oh, really?
Because you mentioned in last week's podcast that you might be talking about the molasses flood this week. And we have had some reporting in the field. I've received an email. I'm dipping early into fan mail because it's this good. This was sent in from Carl. And he says, "Hi, Shrimps. To aid in Slap's presentation, I went out to the lovely north end of Boston before my workday and took some photos of what the area looks like today."
Dude. Oh, shit.
It's
so
a
this
baseball field.
This is picture one. He says this is a view from Cops Hill. The home plate of this Little League field is where the tank was.
Dude,
this one, he says, is...
that's how thick it was?
He's pointing about 20 feet high, and the wave was about 30 feet high. So imagine living on the third floor and having a wave of hot molasses crash through your window.
The tank was 50 feet high, so that tracks. Yeah, that tracks.
Imagine living on the third floor and having a wave of hot molasses crash through your window, burn, crush, and drown you to death. Here's a third photo. Once again, the tank is where the home plate is, and this bocce court is where a fire station was.
That's how Joe Rogan was made.
Yeah, so that tank was 50 feet tall, so that would have been one more story than that red building.
Yeah. So here he says, there's a building that used to be on this corner here. It was called the Clowerty House.
Rusty, okay.
Which is where a lot of the people...
We're driving good.
I'm sorry.
Jesus
We're
Christ.
good. We're good.
There was a building here where a lot of the people just died instantly.
That was not the place to pop, bro. That was not all. There goes the camera. There goes the camera.
I don't want to return to chaos.
Does that remind you of any other towers that might have...
Jesus Christ.
Rusty's dying over here. He's dead. He's deceased.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sure you are.
Move along, son. Move along.
Here's another picture of the
oh wow.
That's a 6-foot dude. This is how tall this backstop is, and the tank was twice as tall as that.
God damn. Rusty, why are you laughing?
I'm putting you on the screen. You animal.
He's laughing about 21 people dying being encased in molasses.
That is kind of
based. Shoddy building regulations.
Slightly based.
Shout out to molasses. That's great. Slap, you should tease each moment. So
at UPS, I have the animal of the century.
Uh-oh. Do I have to pull this photo up?
You're not going to dox another coworker, are you?
I want to.
Uh-oh. Is it helper season?
It is helper season.
No.
Oh, no.
So I get this guy.
No.
I'm scheduled to have him for 4 hours, but they say bare minimum, every helper has to get 3.5 hours worth of work in. I get this dude, and my first clue should have been this is a grown-ass man being driven by his grandparents to come meet me. And so he gets out. He's just like, I'm so and so. Nice to meet you. He's like a little bit too friendly, a little bit too over the top. And I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Maybe he's just excited to be here. And like at some point, he says he can talk to animals. He has a dog. He's barking at dogs. He saw a flock of crows and he just like randomly we just drive by this guy's yard. There's like a bunch of crows in his yard. He just goes, "Oh, come on." And then they're like, "See, I could talk to crows. You can't." And then he like starts explaining to me, is like, when you see cardinals, you can't eat while a cardinal is in flight, or else it'll cause it to run into a tree or a glass door or something. Like what? While you're eating? He's like, yeah, it like messes with him. And like he's
just
like
because you're eating.
Yeah, he said he was eating one time when he saw a cardinal outside and it flew into his window, and that was his.
Oh, so that means that every time that's always what happens. Got it.
Yeah.
Right.
But then he takes out his lunch.
Oh.
He had a plastic grocery bag with him, and out comes a plastic bag, like a sandwich bag. And I thought it was like a chunk of watermelon. And nope, it was a raw slab of salmon. Lukewarm, no cooler, just in a plastic bag with raw broccoli in it, and there's all this juice down in there. And he's like, "Hey man, can I have my lunch now?" I was like, "Yeah, we got a ways to go until the next stop." And he just started peeling off pieces of raw salmon and just throwing them in his mouth and eating the broccoli. It's like, you know what? Raw salmon is like one of the only fish you can eat raw, or salmon's one of the only fish you can eat raw. And I was like, yeah, if it's like cold and properly prepared, like the right cut, like you just have like a whole like side fillet.
Yeah, you can't just like
the skin still on it. Like I thought it was like watermelon until he like turned it and I saw the silvery skin on the other side. I'm like, what the fuck is that? He's like, this is really good, dude. You want something? I'm like, no.
Oh my god,
the other thing in his bag was a butter sandwich. It was whole grain wheat with just butter. And then he started taking out, like, he had no hand sanitizer or anything either. We had been delivering for an hour, so his hands are kind of dirty at this point. He just taking raw salmon, just throw them on the butter sandwich.
Dude, if Slap is calling your hands dirty, like, it's bad. It's real bad.
Like, it is beyond bad. So he started taking this raw salmon, like putting it on the butter sandwich. He just finishes eating it. He finishes eating the broccoli and like drinks the juice out of the bag.
Stop. Jesus.
And then he's like, man, that sandwich like really hit the spot. You got to try a raw salmon butter sandwich, dude. That's the best. And then like later, like 2 hours later, he pulls an avocado out of his pocket.
Oh my God.
And he takes his driver's license out of his wallet and he just starts like cutting it, and he cuts it in half, throws like the pit out the window, like while we're driving down the fucking road, and throws it in somebody's yard. And then he like he
grow an avocado tree
to like pull the skin off the avocado and like throw that out too. I thought he was going to eat the skin with the avocado, but you know, apparently there are some lines you just don't cross. And that would have been the end of it. Had he not, I would have just had to deal with that had it not been for the fact that he kept taking off his seatbelt while we were driving.
Why? For what? For what reason?
I told him, I was like, dude, you have to keep that on while we're in motion. Like there's a computer that will detect when the seatbelt is not engaged while the engine is on and the truck is in drive, and I'll get flagged for that. And it's my responsibility to make sure you're safe. If you fall out of this thing, they're going to ask me why that happened. And at some point, I started the truck and he takes off his seatbelt and he stands up and he like hangs onto the rails. Like, while we're in this neighborhood, can I just like stand right here and just hang on? I won't fall off. I promise. I was like, I no, you have to be buckled in. And he just kept doing that. At one point, I'm backing into some dude's driveway. He sees a turkey in the front yard, throws off his seatbelt and runs after the turkey while I'm still backing up.
Was he trying to talk to it? Gobble, gobble. We could throw fish at it.
No, he just stopped and he like looked like, dude, there's like 5 turkeys over here. I was like, that's great, but we got a job to do, man. Like, we got to make deliveries. We still got 160 to go.
Oh my God.
And like after that, I was just like, all right, you're done. You got your 3.5 hours. And I just drove him back to the pickup point. And then I called up my supervisor. I was like, that helper is not going to work out. Because I gave him the safety stuff first. And then I told the dude about the raw salmon. He's like, are you fucking with me right now? Are you serious? I was like, I'm serious. He ate raw salmon out of a bag.
Byron gets in front of him through turns 3, Harvick on the outside, Blaney on the inside, and you're like, oh fuck, this is a Kevin Harvick win all the way. But I don't want to believe in that. Through turns 3 and 4, Blaney edges out in front, but that outside lane gets the momentum. Through the tri-oval, Riley Herbst fucks it, spins the field sideways. It's mono-e-mono, drag race to the start-finish line, and Ryan fucking Blaney crosses that finish line in first. I have never screamed louder in my entire life. I have never been more ready for that cup to be in the hands of the number 12 driver at Phoenix. We are going all the way. 7 championships starting now.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine being this excited for a guy who has 8 wins.
8?
Yeah,
Slap,
like
did you
something
wash
like
your
that.
hands?
Like Xfinity round
Slap
of
did not wash his
16.
hands. Big
Oh,
buck.
don't put that thing in my face, Slap.
Imagine getting your dirty hands all over Buckers.
I know what you are.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I know what you are, Caleb.
This is a family
what
show,
is that?
Buckers.
You're a little bit fruity.
Tiger Tom's notifications turned on, and I just love he won't tweet for like 8 or 9 months, and then just one day you'll get the fucking same 5 pictures over a span of like 10 minutes, and then it'll just
like-
be gone again for another year.
It's like track owners' wives. Like just like, come on, dude.
Oh, dude, I didn't even see this. We have a Danica Patrick sighting on the Tiger Tom. Please click on my stream. Please click on my stream.
He got so excited. He was like, oh,
For those of you who don't know, Tiger Tom Pistone was a longtime NASCAR driver, and now he's just an old man who gets horny on Twitter
Dude,
sometimes.
look at
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
We're so fucking back. That's what I mean. Just the same 3 pictures.
that was probably his only tweet for like a year.
Dude, why are you posting this truffle slut?
Remember to get out there, walk 2 of the polls, and vote on that thing.
There are like 2 good paint scheme designers in NASCAR right now, and they do work for like a third of the
Xfinity
garage.
Series.
Yeah, it's like they're the cups. I can't remember the last time a cup car that looked good was out there.
Was that hammer?
Fuck my
your
internet. Fuck
internet.
AT&T. No,
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I'm gonna kill whoever runs AT&T. I'm gonna go to their house and blow them up.
Well, let's distract the
Make
fans and
changes
help.
that I'm not going to use energy in caring.
That's
What's
the
the
real psyop. Steve Phelps was sitting up there in the tower. He wants you to focus on the yellow pieces of vinyl on the bumper instead of the horsepower and the shitty cars and the system.
I
Steve
love you.
Phelps, you need to be.
And we're back. Excellent for super speedways, but the racing is worse because every car is so much more excellent at the job. Instability, which is the ability to make cars dance, is what actually provides decent racing. See Formula Ford without wings, the BTCC, or even sprint cars, which are the absolute pinnacle of rotating the car on a dime. Thank you for
It's
making
literally, it's so easy. Just get rid of the fucking diffuser. Drop the make the spoiler tiny. We gotta lower the mid corner speeds. We gotta take front downforce out of the car to make the air wake less than what it is. Once you drop the corner speeds, you'll be able to handle more load. We can run softer compounds and get more fall off. The entire thing would be fixed. But no, we're fucking stupid. I'm gonna get a text for yelling about NASCAR at 10:11 p.m. But it's so easy. What are we doing? They're not cup cars. They have never been cup cars. They never will be cup cars. They're IMSA pieces of bullshit. I'm about to blow a vein, but we got to do something. Like we're about to go to Bowman Gray and make a complete fucking mockery of the Cup Series because they're gonna be running single file downshifting at Bowman Gray.
Caleb, this is how we felt when the COT came, and you're going to experience 10 years from now when there's going to be children that have all grown up saying, oh man, I really miss those Gen 7.
Okay.
Yeah, the Gen Alpha kids are gonna be like, actually, these cars cooked. I don't know
These
what the
cars are
boomer
good.
is.
The thing is, we have like. You can't refute from the car of tomorrow. Yes, it was worse than the Gen 4, but we have not gotten better. The car of tomorrow is better than what we have now. So
Yes.
naturally, you're going to be nostalgic. If we have people nostalgic for the next gen, that means we have gone further downhill. The series is going to be fucking dead.
I was going to say, it's not going to make it that far.
There's nothing left. We're going to be running electric crossover SUV winged cup cars, and I'm going to have a bullet in my fucking head, and Steve Phelps is going to be guillotined out in front of the fucking... Gosh, dude.
It's a lemonade stand.
Oh,
It's
What do
a
you mean by
lemonade
that?
slicer. Yeah, it's a lemonade slicer.
Where's this money going
Fanatics.
to make that
NASCAR.
piece of shit car?
Elon Musk and to run Doge.
Shut
Dude,
up.
I'm like, what we used to be a proper this fucking car from 2006 that was $20 has working suspension and like the interior has engineering where when you move the front tires, the fucking steering wheel in there starts fucking twisting and turning. This thing doesn't even have, you can't even turn the front wheels. They don't even turn. What the, like, this is a Walmart. I should buy this for $10 and you charged me $120.
And you
Because
bought
you were
it.
willing to buy it, you stupid fuck ass.
I'm gonna fucking go to Lionel. I saw 2 of their little representatives walking around the fan zone. I'm gonna take them hostage and fucking I'm gonna hold them for ransom until we open this up. Give me diecast that are worth it. Give me things that I want to buy because this is not what
I mean,
are
you
we
bought it.
doing?
We're Fed posting is what we're doing.
Slap Shoes is going to arrest me for making these comments, but Lionel Racing, I am coming for you. After I took out Steve Phelps this weekend, you haven't heard about that yet, but it's coming. After I eliminated Steve Phelps, Lionel, you're next on the list. All of you.
Just to disarm you for a second, we also told you how to talk into a Blue Yeti last week, and you're still doing it wrong. You're just talking to the wrong part of the. Oh my god, that's the back of it, weirdo. Honestly, if you had it right
he broke
side
it.
up,
He
you
broke
unplug
it.
He broke it.
If
He
you
broke
point it
broke
right
it.
side up and just
It's
talk
dead.
into the front of it, it's fine.
Oh, he's dead. He's actually dead.
I may have
Trouble.
salt in your hands.
Did he just propose getting rid of super speedways?
Well, he said we don't want that, but I don't know. He said that's the only way to make it safe is to not do it.
All right, Jeff
The only way to make it safe is killing yourself, so I don't have to hear your shitty opinions. Stop emailing.
Stop
No.
telling our viewers off themselves.
I will say this is an incredible fucking series of tweets. Because Jerry Jordan, like the kicking the tires guy that Joey Logano dunked on earlier this year for being an idiot, was like on some big thing, and Brett Griffin decided to take part. And he was doing like a normal spiel, but it started off with like, fucking like we've had a Democratic president for 12 of the last 16 years, and like look how that's went. And then he quote tweeted that and was like, I don't want my taxes raised. And also, if you try to come eat my pets, you'll be treated as if you're trying to get one of my kids and it won't end well or something. And everybody's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then he literally just tweeted to that, Haitians who eat pets, lives don't matter. And everybody's like, what the fuck are you like talking about, dude?
Bro is fighting the ghosts.
Like literally name one person that comments that's like, I think the Haitians should be able to eat your pets because that's a thing that's totally happening. I should go respond with that. Hold on.
Haiti keeps getting like, the government keeps getting fucking cooed and overthrown, and the people are just suffering and they get walled by earthquakes. And now they just have conservatives making up that pets are getting eaten.
Except for Brett. His pets are getting eaten by me in like 30 days.
I'm driving up to North Carolina right now to eat his pets.
Caleb H92 on Twitter says, I'm coming for your pets, Brett.
Too animated, it lags.
I would have picked another scene from The Last Jedi with Princess Leia, but
I thought that's where that was going.
That was bad, dude.
And
I almost had erased that from my memory. Thanks for bringing it back.
into space.
So that will go down in my mind as the worst scene of all time. Until yesterday. I have now seen potentially the worst or the second worst scene.
Did you watch Ahsoka or what?
I watched Ahsoka and they did it again. They did it
What'd they
again.
do?
They went to space and they did some space shit. It's the stupidest thing you've ever seen in your life. Like, I don't know how they're making billions of dollars and somebody watched this and they signed off on this. People need to die. We need to start sending people to camps. They need to be re-educated. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable.
Can't say that.
Dude, the show was going so well. Like, mommy Ahsoka, a big Ahsoka fan. Like, oh my God. But then they do the space scene. And it's like, they ruined it.
Dude, yeah. There's a fucking TIE fighter flying at you at 400 miles per hour, and you're telling me she just does like a little quick like cartwheel over them with like... I swear to God, Disney Star Wars, I have watched every piece of media they put out, and it is a new low every time I click on the thing.
That sounds like your mistake.
Yes, I'm never watching it again. If I have to watch one more animated from the dead CGI face de-age character.
Well, can I spoil something too? How many people are gonna get stabbed with a lightsaber in the gut and then just wake up the next day all good? We're all good. But fucking Qui-Gon Jinn had to die. Come on, Disney.
Keegan wrote in and said, "Hey Shrimps, I'll lead off with this because DT skimmed over it last week in my spreadsheet point. I'm sorry. Ben, congratulations on surpassing 50% total attendance on the Shrimp Hours podcast. You've now been on more than half of them.
I've been the downfall of this podcast.
Yeah, it's died when Ben showed up.
What downfall? We have the same 180 to 200 nerds watching.
We all know this podcast.
The quality, yeah, it's
okay. Yeah, that's entirely fair. The spreadsheet has been finalized and organized.
Yeah, I'm fighting for my life out here.
Might have to get a fucking emergency pipe drop to rally slap.
It'd be like a fucking defibrillator to my chest. I'm back.
The pipe drop.
Apparently, there's a second spreadsheet.
Second spreadsheet.
A second spreadsheet has hit the Shrimp Hours podcast.
Jesus Christ. Listen.
A second X has hit the Y.
Oh my God, dude.
So this is the first spreadsheet.
Oh my God.
Like I've said in the past, there's accountants that want you right now.
Yeah, man.
Dude, it's color coded.
You can make $100,000 just doing this for work.
Jesus Christ. He's got an email counter of how many emails we read in each episode. God damn.
Hold on, what are the? I want to know what
a couple times. That's crazy.
I love the names that we have of the groups of people, like the animals package. I can already tell.
It's collected titles together, or titles about travel, or titles about body parts. This is incredible. Titles about food.
The consumables, all the death.
God damn. So what's the second sheet? Is this everything we talk about?
Dude, you need help. You need help. Oh my God, bro. Stop consuming the podcast like this. This is not meant to be
not healthy.
Look at this email. Oh my God.
This is not meant to be engaged with this deep. You are supposed to turn this on, go about your life all in one ear, out the other. Don't spend your brain cells on this.
This is everything we talked about and who brought it up.
Holy shit.
I just love at the very top, where will Caleb work next?
Oh my God. Stop. Next email comes in from a good friend from down under, Andrew R. Says, subject to Caleb's rant that Kyle Larson is the best driver in the world. I do not think so, and here's why.
Kill yourself. Literally fucking kill yourself. Shut up.
There are variations on the 80-20 theory where it's 80% car and 20% driver, going back to at least as far as the last 1970s Autosport magazine. Okay, sure. Larson has been helped by being in excellent equipment. Put him in second-rate equipment and he would go nowhere. He went into the catch fence at Daytona that one time in second-rate equipment.
He was a championship contender in a piece of shit Ganassi car. What are you talking about? He had like 5 wins in 2017.
In terms of raw driver ability, the top 5 drivers in the world, according to Andrew R, are Sebastian Ogier, Max Verstappen, Thierry Neuville, I don't know who the hell Jorge Martin is, and Alex Palou.
What?
Andrew R, everything I said about you that was nice in the past 15 minutes, just strike it from the record. You are number 1. Who the fuck are you talking about? You're going to come at me with Max Verstappen? You're going to say that Kyle Larson is a result of the cars he drives and then bring up Max Verstappen? What?
Max Verstappen did win a race at like fucking 18 after just skipping F3 and F2.
What? Red Bull has not been like, they are a top 3 F1 team, like no matter what. Even before Max came around, Daniel was fucking on bulling on shit.
Yeah, but he literally skipped the level below F1 and the level below that. Like he jumped 2 grades and then won a race in his second year.
You're gonna okay. Are F1 drivers better than Cup drivers? Do you think?
Max might be.
Sure.
I'm gonna say it. There is no best driver in the world. You cannot say any driver is the best driver in the world.
But I'm still saying
ever.
It's like
in what? Is an F1 driver better than a NASCAR driver at driving a lightweight car and going around a circuit quick? Yes. Is a NASCAR driver better at driving a big fat thing around in circles for 500 laps? Yes.
Kyle Larson in the list? And you're gonna include who the fuck did he say besides Max Verstappen and Alex Palou? Palou is nowhere near the best driver in the world.
Kyle in IndyCar, where is he racing this year?
Kyle Larson's the best at turning left, but let's see him like go around a right-hander at some point.
He's literally one of the best road course drivers in fucking Cup. What are you talking about?
What has he won? What road course races has he won?
Sonoma.
This is the coldest fucking take that I've ever heard in my life. You're going to pretend that Kyle Larson is not one of the top 5 drivers on the planet. Sit there and name me 5 drivers that are better than Kyle Larson right now.
He just did.
Those aren't real names. Those aren't real people.
Those people are DT.
I will reiterate, there is no best driver. Like,
okay, there's a group of best drivers.
Okay, if it is an oval shaped racetrack, Kyle Larson is the best. If it is not, then he is not.
Kyle Larson would sweep the floor with half of those fucking people. If we did the race of champions tomorrow, Kyle Larson would fucking win the goddamn everything. What are you talking about?
When does this guy won on a road course?
Dude, oh my god. He literally
I'm looking this up. He won Sonoma in 2021 and a couple Glens.
Okay.
And that's literally it. Oh, he won a Roval race too.
Again, so you're gonna sit there and tell me because he's a NASCAR driver he can't fucking race on road courses?
I didn't say he can't race. He's just not the best in the world at that. There's no chance he's the best in the world at that.
Okay, put Max Verstappen on an oval right now and see what the fuck happens.
He wouldn't be good.
I'm just saying there is a tier of top drivers, and how do you exclude Kyle Larson? What are you talking about?
That's not me. I didn't exclude Kyle Larson. I said he's the best when it's an oval track.
And I'm saying he's the best every goddamn time he steps behind the wheel of a race car.
Because he's always on an oval track.
Okay.
That's not like that's not a hard take.
He just has a hate boner for America. He's just a fucking communist. He hates it.
I am just splitting racing into categories. Anyway.
Andrew R, fuck you. DT, fuck you.
Year of Stenhouse and then turn him.
Yeah. Oh, he could dip it now if he wanted.
Yeah, he could.
He's gonna
not anymore.
Oh
my god! Stop! There it is.
He killed his own guy. He killed his own guy. He killed his own team. He killed his own team.
Shitty block from Stenhouse. It's a shitty move from Joey, and then he's getting pushed at the end.
Yeah, but they're like, you're behind him. You're behind him, Joey, and then he keeps trying to go under.
There.
You can't do that.
I mean, is he genuinely brain damaged? What is he doing?
All right. Next up, I've got some bones to pick. We finally had one. We finally had a Monster Energy car that had things on it. And they looked sick. And everybody loved them. It was universally loved. And Joe Gibbs, or not Joe Gibbs, 2311 have decided that instead of, maybe I don't know if they decided or if Monster Energy decided it, to be fair. They've decided that plain black is the way to go.
6% hard is how I'm feeling right now about this thing.
Look at what we had. This was so good. And the yellow one was okay as well, but the green one was like that. Oh. All the comments on this were negative. Except for one guy who said they look clean, but yeah, die. I cannot fathom how you put out a banger for 1 year.
You made the list. What are you doing? You're ruining our lives. What are you doing? We had one good car and you've ruined it.
4 already? Damn. All right, welcome to halfway through the second season of this show and the last ever episode we're ever going to record. I'm Drive Through. Bed's here, Slap's here, Rusty's here. Everyone else is dead.
It's Jover.
Which is unfortunate.
I
Ben's
like this
repping
company.
Ben bought a shirt from a brand that used another brand's name.
Yeah, you guys were talking about last week on the podcast, so I had to wear the Winston Cup Museum t-shirt.
What were we saying, Rusty?
Nah. The moment passed. I was going to issue a death threat towards Cody because I know he's tuning in and he really wants to hear us talk about him. Cody, where are you? This is like 3 weeks in a row, pal, where you're like 5 minutes before the show. You're like, I'm going to be there. And then we hit record like an hour later waiting for you. And there's no Cody. So Cody, we're talking about you. We're calling you out. I'm going to drive to Milwaukee personally. I know where you live. I also know where he lives.
He had a 14-hour drive after watching a bunch of... You know what? Maybe it's the carbon monoxide poisoning. He's just out after being in the stadium with all the race cars.
No. I'm tired of making excuses for Cody. This is what's going to happen. He's going to wake up the second we finish recording, and he's going to be like, "Who wants to play Lethal Company?" And then we're all going to be. Yeah, we're all gonna be too tired. And he's like, F you guys. Well, no, Cody, F you. Where are you?
You know we can swear on this show, right?
Oh, it's so Jover.
All right, Slap. Where are we going for the grand return?
All right.
Of the crazy ass moment segment.
Get your UN blue helmets. We're going into the Congo.
Oh no!
Hey, I even got the Belgian sticker still on there, so this is like authentic.
Man, I'm sitting here talking about
props.
I'm sitting here talking about props and visual aids. This motherfucker's got a military helmet ready to go.
He would. Like he would. I'm not even surprised.
I'm not. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Should I get my other prop?
Yes.
Are we allowed to show it?
Yeah, we can show guns. I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Well, it might be a different symbol.
We're going into the Congo.
All right,
is that an FAL? Right, what is that?
All right. So
we have an all-time email from Luke, who says, well, good news is my Verstappen jinx worked. 1 race late, I guess. But the bad news is my grandpa died, so pretty mixed up week.
Why? Why, bro?
It's just like every Hendrick car now. It's just like Bowman has had just garbage his whole career. He had that one white car, which was like okay, in those Nashville cars, and then Byron has just had like forgettable cars. Like it's either Jeff Gordon's car or crap is what Byron's driven in his career.
Real quick,
unfortunate.
What was Ben drinking there?
I wasn't looking at it.
No.
Don't you try to pull a fast one.
You calling him out for drinking something when he wasn't on the screen?
No.
Jesus. All right, well, the tape will speak for itself.
I don't think it was on the stream, was it?
Oh yeah, there was something weird.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
think it was a My Little Pony sippy cup.
Oh,
It was something along those lines. I don't know if it was My Little
Ben.
Pony.
Oh my god.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Oh, there was one guy in Rusty's race, one of the first ones. They are literally the lead pack. They're leading the race. There's like 12 cars in the pack. Rusty goes to the outside. He's making moves around the top, and the guy comes on the mic. He's like, "Hey, stop going too wide. We go slower if you go too wide. We'll be faster if you stick in a line." Like, my brother in Christ, you are the lead pack. Like, who are you trying to catch? It's just backwards. But certainly an experience, and the fact that we get that leading into another week of just Atlanta, which is
baby.
it's more Daytona. You're still pushing, you're still all over each other, but it's even thinner. There's less space, and there's more nonsense in the quad oval.
Me and Rusty this week in NIS, like we might be Dale Jr. and Michael Waltrip, like prime DEI in bottom split. Like,
is that what he calls it?
We're gonna be on the front row, clogging up both lanes, just talking shit.
Yeah, dude. That's my favorite thing too. Is like you'd think in like these bottom splits that these dudes like don't take it seriously, like they're just like here for a good time. No, dude, like everybody thinks they're like prime Dale Earnhardt at Daytona. Like you like make one wrong move and he's like, "Man, you're a fucking idiot" over the radio or something, and like you gotta pipe up and remind them who they are. Because I'm like, dude, that's what I did last night. Because after I got wrecked out on my 500, we did a bunch of Daytona races. I whipped my dick out on the field. And
you did win 2 in a row. That was kind of nuts.
2 in a row, and I would have won the third. But
can we tell this story? Can we talk about it? Like,
no, I'm gonna get into it here in a second, but I do just want to say real fast, like when these guys pipe up over the radio, if any of you listening right now are in these bottom split races, then you got to remind these people that they're in B fixed at 2 a.m. and they need to rethink their life decisions before they pipe up at me for racing in an iRacing race.
Dude, there was one caution in a B fixed race when Caleb didn't know if he was supposed to like wait for the pace car or catch up to it. And one guy got so pissed that he had to wait an extra like 10 seconds in line that he spent the rest of the race just queuing up being like, "This Caleb guy's stupid. He doesn't know what he's doing under caution. He held me up and ruined my race." Whatever. Do you want to tell this story?
I can. So one thing about me is if I'm a big like reciprocator of energy, so if you're gonna give me some fuck ass shit in a voice chat, then I'm gonna come back at you like 1,000%. So this guy is like pissed at me for like
to unalive yourself,
dude. Literally, like for like it was like I didn't say anything at first because I was like, yeah, whatever, like I fucked up, sure. He was like doing this for like 5 minutes, like still bitching. And I came over the radio at one point and I was like, dude, just shut the fuck up. Like literally shut up.
Like they're under green. It's been like 5 laps. Everyone's moved on, but not this guy.
Yeah. And we were like trying to race and have fun at the front of the pack. So now everybody around me too is also tired of hearing this guy. So I tell this dude to shut the fuck up. And they're like, yeah, dude, like literally like stop. Like it's okay. Like you're okay. But I started getting like passive aggressive with it too, where I was like, dude, like you're all the way in the fucking back right now. Like I'm not trying to hear your shit. Like shut up. And he just like it kept riling him up, and he was like, well, maybe if I would have been up at the front had you like, you know, caught up with a pace car like you're supposed to. I'm not gonna lie, I took it a little far because I started. He sounded like a real boomer. So I was like, dude, like stop yelling at me and go take it out on your fucking family later. Like I'm not trying to hear it, bro. And he got pissed. He was like, what do you know about my family, huh? Like you're a little kid, like you ain't talking shit, like shut up. And literally like again, like this has been going on for so long that literally like everybody's tired of it. They're like, shut up. Like shut up. This
and
happens
then you go
for
to
like
lap
another
the guy.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, is like 10 laps later, like this keeps happening. Like I've stopped responding at this point because he's just like bitching in his own thing. But he's a lap car that's coming up. I'm afraid he's gonna wreck me, so I just get behind the leader and like we like push past him. And keep in mind, like if I was by myself, I wouldn't have said anything. But when I got like all the shrimps around me and they're just like feeding into my intrusive thoughts, then yeah, like I queued up over the radio. I was like, "Bye, Derek," like because I was in the lead pack and he was getting a lap down by us, and he got pissed again. And even the guy in front of me was like, "That's a low blow, man. Like that's fucked up. Like why would you say that?" But the entire thing is a boiling point because we lapped him with like 3 laps to go. And this guy is just seeing red at this point. Like he is pissed. Like all he wants to do is ruin my race. And I know this. So I go to make my move to win the race. And so we're lined up on the
caught the draft after getting a lap.
So as a lap car, he got back in the draft.
You know what? With diecast, I'll reenact what happens here. Because I think we were in the Xfinity cars. So I'll get my fucking Xfinity cars lined up here. We'll show you what happens. So
Caleb was P2 behind the leader. And then this lap car, you know, who they were talking shit the whole race, catches back up and on the white flag lap as a lap car jumps past Caleb and gets in line right behind the leader. So then it's the leader, the lap bastard, and then Caleb. And so coming off at 2, Caleb just gasses it and just shoves the lap car through the leader and takes them both out. And then almost won the race, but lost it coming to line to like the 4th and 5th guys.
Yeah.
But the best part about it is that the leader was pissed at the lap car, which is kind of fair because, like, what are you doing as a lap car trying to get up in the business? But it was only because he was so, like, just boiled over with anger for Caleb that he ended up taking out the leader. And the leader, instead of being mad at Caleb for taking out the lap car, was like, lap car, like, you've been talking all race, like, you're so mad at him, but it takes me out. Like, I don't want to hear it. And dude, Derek kept going, just after the race, over and over, like, he doesn't know what he's doing, he's just wrecked me, I was just trying to, like, you know, get in his way. And the leader's like, and they end up going at each other, which Caleb can finally sit back and just enjoy the chaos that's been caused.
Dude, literally might be the greatest iracing moment that's ever happened on the platform. Like, because the dude that was the leader was the same guy that was like that's fucked up, bro. Like he was a little apprehensive about it at first, but then once I kill the lap car, because I fucking murdered this lap car, kills the leader, like I think the thing that solidified it was I was like, because he was bitching, he was like, well Caleb took me the fuck out. I was like, dude, you're a lap car and it's the final lap of the race, like you shouldn't even be up here for me to take out. And this guy was like, yep, that's all I need to hear, and just fucking went into him. And like, there is nothing more satisfying. I called it iracing psychological warfare because it was like, it was the most satisfying thing that I think I've ever had, like I've ever accomplished, was turning the entire group, like everybody in this lead pack, I turned all of them against this one guy just because he was pissed at me for holding him up on one caution. I think I ruined his night, and I might have ruined his next night too. So but thank you, Derek, for allowing me that
saved his family because he took it out on you instead of them. So
the best thing was too was the night after. So me and Rusty started ripping Atlanta races, and we were in different splits. And Derek was in Rusty's Atlanta split. So I said, I was like, Rusty, like queue up and tell him like Caleb says hello. And Rusty queues up over the radio and he says, hey, Derek, my buddy Caleb wants to know how your wife is doing. And Derek just gets like all the memories like flooded. He gets re-spooled up. He's just like, man, I fucking hate that kid. Like that kid's a fucking moron, dude. It was so good. Derek is like a kill on sight. Like if I see him, like it's on sight for Derek. Like I'm fucking like, how's your wife doing, Derek? And he'll get spooled up. He's like, man, fuck you.
The hotel I had in Winston-Salem for the Martinsville race in spring of this year might have been worse. It's in a rundown part of Winston-Salem. Like there's a rough area, and I'm like looking at the GPS as I'm coming home from the races Friday night, and I'm going through a rough area. It's like 1 a.m. and I'm like, this does not look good. This hotel looked pretty good in the photos and everything. That might have been staged. And then I'll like roll into this like hotel. It's in a ratty part of town. There's like people like milling around the sidewalk and everything. Yeah. And I'm like, if people are milling around the sidewalks at 1 a.m., there's nothing good happening.
Yeah, the photos don't show the burned out McDonald's across the street.
Dude, there literally was a burned out Wendy's across the street. And so I get up to my room, and like it's the slowest, creakiest elevator known to man.
Can we like street view this place? I want to see this establishment.
Don't dox them. Don't dox them. They're still trying to get business.
Fuck them. Fuck
no one watches this stupid podcast.
I'll dox them right now. Let me pull up Orbits. I pulled this shit up off of Orbits. Hold up. So anyway, I'm going up this creaky elevator. It says due for inspection 2 weeks from now. I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna fucking die on this shit.
I was gonna say 2 weeks ago.
And so I'm going through. I go up there. I get to my hotel room and everything. There's like people milling around, yelling in their hotel rooms and shit. It's not looking good. And I like, all right, fine. I'll go to bed. All right, the Ramada Wyndham Resort at Winston-Salem. Ramada
by Wyndham, Winston-Salem.
Yeah.
As I burn down.
All right, let me pull this up.
At 531 Akron Drive.
Oh, baby. Hold on. All right. There it is. Right across from the Wendy's.
Yeah.
Oh, they got in the room views. We'll take a look at those. Oh, the Wendy's looks great. This is May 2022.
Yeah, so that's a remodeled Wendy's.
Oh, we already got people outside. Shout out.
We got a dude.
Too many dudes.
So I get up to my hotel room and I try to go to sleep. I'm awoken at 3 a.m. by the sounds of people arguing down there in the parking lot.
Oh boy.
And
July 2019.
I hear what I think are gunshots, or it might have been a bottle breaking on the ground or something. But it was like in quick succession. It was like pop, pop. So I like look out.
It used to be a Quality Inn.
Yeah, I look out of my hotel room, and I see a car like backing up, people arguing with each other, pointing at each other, like trying to chase down this car or whatever. And my car is sitting there in the fucking parking lot. And I'm watching this.
Look at the door. Look at the door.
Back up.
This is the office inside, and there's a hole in the door.
No. So I'm watching this person like back up, like just frantically back up and like peel out of this parking lot. Please don't hit my fucking car, please. And so they go, and the people who are yelling at them, they go. And so I go down to my car and get some earplugs so I can like actually fucking sleep, because there's people yelling all over the fucking place.
We have to put this in Shrimp House Hollow.
Is this the like chapel?
What is this meeting?
What is this?
Oh my god! Dude.
Look at the stains.
This is God, DT. Do not besmirch the house of God.
Oh, sorry, Sam. I'm so sorry. That was like that was.
Wyndham. Oh, we've already been here.
That was the office.
So they've redone the office. It's a little bit better now.
Is it?
Oh, this doesn't look too bad inside.
Okay, so that's exactly what my hotel room looks like.
That's nice. That's nice.
Those are the carpets I don't like in hotels. I like a hardwood or a tile floor in a hotel room. I don't want an old nasty carpet. You don't know them the last time.
Yeah, you can see the
doctored.
They're stained
paths the people have walked on.
Yeah, there's 10-year-old
dude. Look at how
dead foot
go
flakes
back.
in that carpet.
Look at how it's winged out from the inside lane of the bed and out to the bathroom.
Yeah,
it's a drunken stumble winged out like that. Just people like and just like drunken stumbling out between the bedroom and the bathroom.
Yeah, getting drunk is about the only place I'd probably be able to fall asleep in that room. What do we got here?
Oh no.
We got mirrors on the ceiling.
We got the big suite. Look at this place.
Oh, what is this?
Oh my god.
Oh, with the mirrors and the jacuzzi.
This got stuck in the 1980s. This is
that
brutal.
Is that the couch that Lizzie Borden hatcheted that dude on? Pan back. Pan back. That looks like that.
These pictures were taken in 2016, believe it or not. The TV is about the only modern thing in this room.
Like it's from like 1987.
Yeah, I mean, look at this.
Ugh.
The like king suite has a broom closet and a hot tub in the bedroom
with mirrors, so you can watch what you're getting up to.
Think of all.
Is this an escape room?
What is that? What's behind that door? I want to know.
That leads you to the back rooms. Think of all the good times that were had on that hot tub.
Yeah, hot tub in the bedroom is certainly something.
That's kind of cute.
It's the least offensive room I've seen yet so far.
Well, I mean, we have to remember these are the like most clean photos they can possibly get. This is what they're trying to sell.
And there's still
it
a
with.
massive stain at right at the end of your pan.
I mean, we can dig
go
through
down,
the
go down to the ratings. Go down to the ratings. There's like a zillion 1-star reviews.
Oh no. Oh no. 2.7 average.
Look at all the ones. Look at all the ones. Look, I've never seen a 1 ratio like that before.
Oh my god, that ratio.
Get ratio.
Give it 0 stars, I would. The elevator wasn't working, so it sounds like it fell apart because this is 2 weeks ago. Making loud, weird noise.
Sketchy, dude. It would like clank shut and go and then it would finally start going down.
I was not able to sleep since my room was in front of the elevator and it was making loud, weird noise.
Dude, the elevators are inspected by the North Carolina State Department of Amusement Park Rides. I shit you not.
Lastly, I got bit by a bed bug, which my eye got swollen and a keloid has grown under my eyebrow.
I'm telling you, dude, this shit is the worst.
It's like, it's all the little brands.
It looks like a birthday confetti cake. Oh.
Rusty's watching basketball. Anyway, it looks kind of whatever.
I'm cramping up. Like my right leg is locked up.
Oh man, he's cranking his hog, bro. He's cranking it.
Are you good?
He's pulling his goalie.
That was objectively the weirdest answer you could give. Oh no, my right leg is cramped. What?
Oh yeah, it's my leg.
My leg.
Jesus Christ.
My leg.
Yeah,
Unless
yeah.
you just
Rub
finished.
the muscle out.
No.
Loosen it up.
Look at him down there.
Struggling.
Oh, he is gooning. He's gooning.
He's literally masturbating right now.
He edged and he gooned.
Maybe that
Jesus
scheme is
Christ.
good.
Dude, he's about to fucking... He's about to bust, dude. What is he doing? Rusty, are you okay?
Keep it moving. Get the camera off your arm.
Anyway, what's your story?
Intimate wear.
I did a swing with the World of Outlaws late miles this weekend. It was pretty cool. But my main Animal Planet story comes from I was just at some random ass hotel in Southern Illinois, rural Illinois. I will not mention them by name because from the looks of it, they're probably struggling for business enough. So I get there, I go to check in. It's a long day. I'm getting there. It's already like 12 or 1 a.m. And the guy's friendly to his credit, but he immediately tells me like, "Oh, just heads up, our Wi-Fi is down, our internet's down. It's like our computers and our systems down." So he basically, instead of checking me in like, "Hey, I just got to press a button," like all your shit that just booked in automatically through the app. Now I gotta start writing down all your info like by hand, like Cody, Hicken, add like shit on this like blank paper.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god.
all right, this is kind of inconvenient, whatever. I'm tired of shit.
Is he like
this is
writing down
taking
your
forever.
credit card number too?
It gets to the payment part.
Yeah, this is where I'm concerned.
Gets to the payment part, and he's like, I know this is gonna sound kind of sketchy, but would you mind if I take a picture of your credit card so I can send it to my manager so he can?
No.
I told him no immediately, and he didn't like have any pushback to his credit. But I was like, yeah, like you can understand why I'd be uncomfortable with that. And he basically told me like, hey, just go sleep. Hopefully, once you check out, like in the morning, like our systems will be back, and we can just hit your button of all your info that's like already in the system, and just do it that way instead of having to literally take a picture on someone's fucking phone.
Up.
And then have it not only be on one phone, but he said he was gonna send it to like his boss. So then then my credit card info is on 2 people's fucking phones. Yeah,
It ends up on Reddit somewhere.
Yeah. I told him flat out like no. So anyway, like the sleep was all right. the room wasn't anything fancy. It was just your normal like $110 a night hotel room. Just nothing fancy, nothing disgusting. I didn't see anything at night because obviously you have your curtains and blinds closed at night while you're trying to sleep. Once the sun's up and you're waking up doing your thing, I open up the blinds. Oh, would you look at that? There's a fucking bullet hole, or seemingly a bullet hole in the fucking window. I sent you a DM on Discord of these pictures.
Like, oh my god!
Of in the window. And like, I ain't no ballistics expert, but I know the difference between some random like crack and like, oh, this is like some like. That's a bullet.
Oh my god!
That is a bullet hole.
That's a bullet hole, right? That's a bullet hole, right? Okay.
That looks like a big one. That looks like a 45.
And that tape's been on there for a bit, so it's been on there for a bit.
Dude,
like,
it's cracking from the UV.
Yeah.
It's been on there a while.
So that's strike 2. The credit card shit was strike 1. That's strike 2.
Dude.
So I'm like, all right.
Like at the head of the bed, like that was a hit at some point.
It looks like an assassination attempt.
So I'm like an hour away from the track. Checkout's at 11. I usually like get into the track around noon. So it's like, all right, this will work out. I take my shower like around 10:30 so I can like just get ready, get dried off, pack up, and be out of the hotel like right around checkout time. I get out of the shower. It's like maybe 10:35. I hear that knock, 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 housekeeping. And I kind of yell back because the bathroom doorway is like right next to the door. It's like, someone's in here. I'm still in here. Mind you, I got the do not disturb sign on, like on the doorknob outside. I got that latch. I got all the locks on. I hear another knock. Housekeeping. Someone's in here. Also, I hear someone fumbling with like the key thing. The door fucking opens up. The only thing stopping the fucking door is like the little like hook thing that like opens it up like an inch and a half before it like stops it. And I'm like yelling, like, yo, someone's in here. I'm naked. I literally just got out of the shower like a minute ago. Me and showering right before fucking important events. I know. Meanwhile, I forgot to take a shower before this. That's why my face is so shiny. Yeah, like I'm fine. I'm like literally peeking around the doorway, like from the bathroom, like covered up in the towel. Like, what the fuck is going on? I see the person's hand from the outside trying to fumble like that fucking latch thing to try to undo it from the outside. And I yelled back again. Finally, they gave up, and I was just
were they
by that point.
Was it a deaf person doing housekeeping?
I dried up. I got packed up. I was like, fuck this. I'm going to get checked out. And I, like, once I was checking out at the front desk, apparently their system was up, so they didn't need like a picture of my card or anything. Like everything was just in the system.
That's good.
But I told the lady working the front desk, I was like, I know this is gonna go against the Karen Age gaming stereotype. But
no, this is fair.
I'm not. I told her, I'm like, I'm not.
This is fair. This is perfectly fair.
I told her, I'm like, I'm normally not one to complain about hotel rooms, but just a heads up, I'm probably not gonna be staying here again. Between the credit card thing and how sketchy that was. And then I explained to her the bullet holes. Like I told her, I'm sure you're aware of this at this point because there's tape over it and it looks like the tape
I bet you had no idea.
Time. No, I was like, it looks like there's a bullet hole in the window. And she kind of paused, and she was like, and she kind of paused for a second. She's like, oh yeah, people did bad things. And then she paused for like another second or so. No, wait for it. She paused for another second or so, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, people threw a rock from the outside and through the window." And I was like, and this lady was older, like her English wasn't the greatest, but I was like, I just tried to explain like as kindly as possible. I was like, "Ma'am, like I'm not any ballistics expert, but I know the difference between a rock and a bullet hole." Mind you, there was a clear like entry and exit. Well, you could see like where it was tapered, like where the entry point was.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong, Cody. It was a copper jacketed rock thrown at hypersonic speeds.
Yeah. A hollow point rock.
My gunpowder rock, and it accelerated and it went through.
There was a clear like tapered entry and then little exit point where you could see it was clearly fired from the. I didn't mention that earlier. It was clear that it was fired from the inside out. And like it wasn't like, oh, someone like saw that window and from the outside just tossed her off. And then
Can we pull this hotel up on Google so we can look at the
I'll certainly out it once the recording's done. I mean, I don't want to out any business public. I'll certainly tell you who the fuck it was once the recording's done.
Dude, yeah, we're going through the fucking Google reviews of this place because
we do need to eventually like
part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
We do need to eventually resurrect like the hotel review like segment of that was like in the early stages of this fucking podcast.
That was one of the most base things.
And then I told her about like strike 3. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, as I was like getting ready to head out and like out of the shower, like one of your housekeeping people was literally trying to like break into my fucking room. and I explained to her, she was like, oh, we have a housekeeping person, she's new. And I was like, the do not disturb sign was on the door. I'd like to think that is pretty straightforward. If you have a new employee doing housekeeping, all right, step 1 is the do not disturb sign on the door, yes or no? If yes, go to the next room. If no, all right, let's go over step 2. But it's like, oh,
is there a door latch locking the door shut?
If so, try to wiggle your fingers inside and try to undo it from the outside.
Dude, that would like that would explain some fucking bullet holes, dude. Like if there's a housekeeping lady, like while I'm in there, you're getting shot in the fucking face, dude.
Dude, I was so sketched out. I was so.
What did she say about it? She was just like, "Oh, it's a new person."
I was just trying. She was some old lady, like just like I said, like she just kind of seemed a little out of touch, and I was just trying my best to not be like a dick. And I got the hell out of there, and I made it clear I wasn't coming back. And thank you, have a great day, and I'll be seeing you never. Have a good one.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it was just. I mean, I'm trying not to be a dick over.
Who has she actually done that to? Where it's like she like the door was fucking latched and she just like reached in and unlocked it. Like who does that?
The latch, you can only latch it if someone's in the damn room. Like what's the plan?
Well, that's the thing. If you bring it back a little bit enough and you try to fumble your hands around, maybe you can unlatch it just enough to actually get it.
So she can get into a room that already has a person in it. Like what's
and you go around to the outside and then you get shot.
and even after all that, I was like still trying to be like a kind-hearted person. I was trying to be like playing devil's advocate. It was like, all right, clearly there was some sort of miscommunication. They like maybe thought like someone wasn't in here, like because I was thinking because the Wi-Fi system was down, I wasn't properly checked in. Maybe on paper in their system, this hotel room's empty. So, oh shit, maybe it's just accidentally locked from like the previous person somehow. But then all of that is undone when I get to the checkout and they're like, oh yeah, our system's been on for hours. We like actually checked you in like a while ago.
And the latch is closed. You can only close the latch if you're inside the room. I know what happened. The housekeeping, the previous guest tried to knock on the door, tried to get in the latch, and then knocked on the window, and that's when the bullet hole happened. It all makes sense.
Yeah, I was on the 3rd story. I don't know how that happens, but
yeah. So I think it was either the Xfinity race or the ARCA race, but I have to shout out Shrimp Hours viewer, Mr. Ass, for finding us and doing perhaps the most base thing that a viewer has ever, maybe anybody has ever done. Didn't say hi, didn't do anything, walked up to us, said, "Slap, wash your fucking hands," gave him a hand sanitizer packet, and walked off, left. Didn't do anything.
Didn't elaborate, just fucking left.
Yeah, no, didn't elaborate, didn't say hi.
We saw him again. We never saw him again. I still have like the hand sanitizer like thing like downstairs.
Yeah, but it was fucking based because we were walking up, we were like, dude, because I recognized him. I've ran into him a few times. I was like, I think that's Mr. Ass, and he walks up to us and just hand slap a fucking thing. The guys around us have no fucking idea what's going on. So yeah, shout out to Mr. Ass.
Funny.
It was based.
Well done. And Slap did not wash his hands.
No,
I washed my hands.
But
I don't believe you.